Scene script. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly maintain a healthy lifestyle while others struggle? The answer to this riddle lies in the heart of an invisible force that guides our daily lives: habits. Yes, habits. Those automatic actions and thought patterns that make up about 40% of our waking hours. Imagine that. Almost half of our day is driven by habits, not by conscious decision-making. Habits are like the software programs running in the background of our minds, powering our actions without us even realizing it. They are formed through a fascinating process involving three main components: the cue, the routine, and the reward. Let's break this down. The cue is what triggers the habit. It's the smell of freshly brewed coffee that lures you into the kitchen every morning. The routine, on the other hand, is the action you take in response to the cue. In our coffee example, the routine would be making and sipping that aromatic cup. Lastly, the reward is the pleasurable sensation that reinforces the habit, like the invigorating taste of coffee that jumpstarts your day. Understanding this cycle is like having the blueprint to your brain's habit-forming machinery. You can harness this power to make or break habits, but there's a catch. Just like learning to play the piano or mastering a new language, forming new habits requires consistency. It's like molten metal. It has to be shaped and molded consistently before it can set into a solid, unbreakable form. You see, our brains are efficiency machines. They love habits because they allow us to save mental energy. But this efficiency comes with a price. It makes our brains resistant to change. That's why consistency is the secret sauce in the recipe for habit formation. It's the steady drip that eventually carves a canyon. So, whether you're trying to hit the gym more often, eat more greens, or get better sleep, remember this: understanding the science behind habits is the first step to making lasting changes. We all have habits we wish we could break, but how does one go about it? Well, it's like solving a puzzle. The first piece of the puzzle is understanding the anatomy of a habit. Every habit operates on a loop: cue, routine, and reward. The cue triggers a routine, which leads to a reward. Let's take the habit of eating junk food, for instance. The cue might be feeling stressed. The routine is reaching for that bag of chips, and the reward is the temporary relief from stress. But the key to breaking this loop is to understand and manipulate these components. Next, we move on to the second piece of the puzzle: identifying the cue. It's about recognizing what triggers your unhealthy habit. Is it stress, boredom, a certain time of day, or a particular environment? Once you've pinpointed the cue, you're halfway through the puzzle. The third piece is recognizing the reward. What do you get out of your bad habit? Is it a sense of comfort, a momentary escape, or a quick energy boost? Understanding your reward gives you the insight to find a healthier alternative that provides the same benefit. Now, for the final piece of the puzzle: replacing the routine. This is where the magic happens. Instead of reaching for those chips when you're stressed, perhaps you could go for a brisk walk, meditate, or call a friend. The idea is to replace the unhealthy routine with a healthier one, which still leads to the same reward. But remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time to break a habit. It involves trial and error, patience, and persistence. Some days will be harder than others, and that's okay. The key is to keep going. And there you have it. The puzzle is complete. You've unlocked the secret to breaking bad habits. It's not about deprivation or willpower, but about understanding the habit loop and finding healthier alternatives. Remember, breaking a habit is not about stopping, but about substituting. And with this newfound knowledge, you're well on your way to creating a healthier, happier you. Now that we know how to break bad habits, how do we go about forming good ones? Well, forming good habits is not as daunting as it may seem. It's all about understanding the process and applying the right strategies. Let's dive into it. First and foremost, it's crucial to start small. Imagine trying to climb a mountain in a single bound. Sounds impossible, right? That's because it is. However, if you take one step at a time, before you know it, you'll be standing at the peak, basking in your achievement. The same principle applies to habit formation. Begin with small, manageable tasks. Want to start reading more? Don't aim for a novel a day. Start with a chapter or even a page. Over time, these small steps will add up to significant progress. Next up is setting achievable goals. A common mistake people make is setting unrealistic expectations. If your goal is to run a marathon, but you've never run before, starting with a full marathon is likely to lead to disappointment. Instead, set a goal to run for 5 minutes a day. As your endurance improves, gradually increase your running time. This way, you're setting yourself up for success, not failure. Maintaining consistency is also vital. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's the consistent actions you take every day that will shape your habits. It might not seem like much in the beginning, but over time, consistency is what will make your habits stick. Lastly, let's not forget the importance of positive reinforcement. Rewarding yourself for your progress can significantly boost your motivation. Did you manage to stick to your new habit for a week? Treat yourself. Just make sure your reward doesn't contradict your new habit. As you see, building good habits is not about making big changes overnight, but about making small changes consistently. With the right strategies, you can form habits that will lead to a healthier, happier, and more productive life. So, why go through all this trouble of breaking bad habits and building good ones? Well, let's dive into the myriad benefits of healthy habits. First, let's talk about physical health. It's no secret that habits like regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep can drastically improve your physical well-being. They can boost your immunity, improve your heart health, and even enhance your appearance. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. These habits can also reduce the risk of chronic diseases, improve your energy levels, and help you maintain a healthy weight. Now that's what I call a triple threat. Next up, mental health. Healthy habits are not just about the body, they're about the mind too. Regular physical activity can boost your mood and reduce stress and anxiety. Moreover, a healthy diet can fuel your brain, improving cognitive function and memory. And let's not forget about sleep. Getting enough sleep is vital for mental health, helping to keep depression and anxiety at bay. But the benefits don't stop at the individual level. Healthy habits can also positively impact your relationships. When you feel good, you tend to be more patient, understanding, and kind. This can lead to improved relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. And lastly, productivity. Healthy habits can increase your energy levels and improve your focus and concentration. This can lead to increased productivity at work or school. Plus, who doesn't love the feeling of accomplishment that comes with ticking off tasks on your to-do list? So, there you have it. The benefits of healthy habits extend far beyond the obvious. They can improve our physical health, mental health, relationships, and productivity. And the best part? These benefits are not fleeting. They're sustainable, long-lasting changes that can truly transform your life. Building healthy habits is not just about living longer, but about living better. And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, take that step today.